Dope.
Which one you want to do?
I don't know. I don't care.
You want to do that one?
Sure.
Because this one's missing a crystal, so do that one.
Oh boy. It's somebody from Louisiana. I don't know.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
Well, not really. It's just I got so many other things on my mind, you know? I got work to do.
Hey everybody. I was a little late. Partly because I forgot. Mostly because I forgot. Hey! Ciao, zia Monica. So today we're going to do Margherita. This is Margherita. Yeah. Hello. We'll give it a few minutes to start. It's a little crooked. Yeah, it's all right. So I do have a pattern for this. I think it's available on Etsy, just in case you guys want.
You want another name?
Nah, it's fine. I just need scissors. Caesar. Okay. Thank you. We are getting ourselves ready to go. So for this project, you will need 14 millimeter rivoli, 4 millimeter Swarovski pearls, 4 of them, Rizo beads, 12. That is why that's off balance. So, pip beads, 12 of those, 8 Odelica cylinders. I'll show you where those are. They are right there. You need approximately 12 of those. I don't think we use that many. I think we only use 8, but this is what we were throwing in the kits. 11 seed beads and demi rounds. Hi, everybody's. So, because I cannot find my secondary color, it's probably somewhere in the abyss of things. I don't have the other color. I couldn't find it. So I'm going to make it. Okay. Hi, Jimmy. Huh?
Do you need a crystal or anything?
No.
Well, I don't know if it's a color.
I need a crystal though. A 14 millimeter probably.
14 millimeter?
Blue. Let's go with this. Thank you. Hi, Jimmy and Robin. Hi. Work phone. I have to go to work in a little while. All right, so in the center here is the 14 millimeter rivoli. So what we're gonna do is we start and we make the cage first to hold the 14 millimeter rivoli in place. And then we add our little decorations here afterwards, which are the pip beads and the Rizo beads. So, and then a little bail afterwards up here just to be able to make it into a pendant. But you can make earrings out of it. You can hook them together for a bracelet. So if you were hooking them together for a bracelet, thank you, I would probably leave off this part right here. See these at the end, and hook it from the 8/0 cylinder. So you just do a simple right angle weave and hook a couple components together. And then you can go on top of the right angle weave later on and add, that's perfect. And add, yes, some decoration on top to make it look like it. So, all right, so based on our instructions, we are going to work with our 11/0s first, and I'm going to do a different colorway. So other than the orange and peachy color that I have there, we're gonna do some silver and blue and green and purple, so a cool colorway versus the warm colorway that I had. All right, so we're going to pick up one 11/0A and two 11/0Bs, and we're going to repeat that 7 more times for a total of 24 beads. So one 11/0A and two 11/0 beads, and repeat that 7 times. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, beep, and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And so we should have a total of 24 beads. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 21, 22, 23, 24. Perfect. All right. And I'm on step 1 of the pattern, which is there right there. So, and this is the pattern, guys. So just in case, like I said, it's available on Etsy. I don't think it's very expensive. I think it's like a couple bucks. And blue, yes, Lynn. And you can also, I'm going to post this video afterwards so you can play it back. So if you missed anything from what I'm saying, we can always play back. All right, so we're going to travel through all the beads again in step 1 to form a circle. And don't skip beads like I just did. That would be a no-go. Margherita, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it's on. And don't tie your thread like I just did. Don't lose beads. Let's try this again. Might get it right this time. It's like, yes, I am the designer. Yes, I do these silly things. $24 beads. Joanne, you pick up one 11.0A and two 11.0Bs, and you pick those up 8 times total for 24 beads for a circle. Hey, Robin. I'm glad your kit got to you on time, though. All right, so after that, after we formed our circle here, we're going to continue through the next 11.0A, two 11.0Bs, and 11.0A. All right, so there we are. We're exiting an 11.0A. And we're going to pick up an 8.0 Delica. These are my 8 Delicas. Seafoam. I start off with a wingspan. If I need to add thread, I'll add thread, but I start off with a wingspan. I don't like to start off with too much thread. So, hey Connie. So we're gonna pick up an 8.0 Delica, and we're gonna travel into the next 11.0A. So skipping over the two 11.0Bs, we're gonna travel into the next 11.0A. It's gonna make a little indentation like that. And we're gonna continue that all the way around the pattern. Let's see. It says repeat step 4, which was pick up the 8.0 Delica 7 more times for a total of 8 8.0 Delicas added. And continue through the next Delica. You're welcome. Joanne's, if you have problems with it later on, you can just, message me. I'll help you through it. I probably will not be able to talk until tomorrow, though, after this, because after this I got to go into a plant. Wake up. All right, and then we're going to step up into the next Delica. All right, so now we're going to pick up 3 11.0A beads. An 11.0B and 3 11.0As, and we're going to skip over 1 8.0 Delica and travel into the subsequent Delica. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 1B, 1, 2, 3 A's. Skip over 1, travel into subsequent. And we're going to repeat that 3 more times. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Turn it around. You're welcome. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Now we're going to continue through. So we're stepping up pretty much, but we're continuing through the 3 11-0As into that 11-0B. All right. A little fidgety. I know. Connie reminded me that we already made this one. I was like, oops. I forgot. We did it for BBB night, though. I never actually, publicized it. All right, so now we're going to grab our rivoli. I am using a Ocean Delight. It sounds pretty, doesn't it? And it's pretty inexpensive, too, for a rivoli. So, $1.95, I think it says. Yep. Pretty color. All right. And you're going to put it face up while completing the next 2 steps. So next we're going to pick up an 11-0A, 11-0B, and 3 11-0 demis. Let's find the demis. Because my goal here was to put every single bead that I quite possibly have on the wall into this piece. That's what it seems like. All right. 3 11-0 demis, 11-0B, and 11-0A. And you're going to travel into the next 11-0B on the picot added in step 7. All right, so 11-0A, 11-0B, 3 demis, 2, 3. 11-0B and 11-0A. And we're going to go from the 11-0B to the next 11-0B. And we're going to keep our tension a little tighter as we do this. Because this is what's going to actually end up holding the rivoli in place. If you don't have demis, 15s will probably work. I think when I created this, the demis just probably started coming out. I was like, ooh, let's use it. Because I think this was created in 20-something. 20-something. 2018. So yeah, that would probably be right around the time demi starts coming out. All right. Uno, dos, tres. 2018. Thanks, Connie. And our last one. And so this is why we kind of hold it in place with our thumb, because it would like to escape from us if we don't. Into that first bead that we started with. And we're just going to pull it tight. You're welcome. So we're going to repeat the thread paths that we just did to reinforce. So, I mean, we're just going to travel through all the beads we just added. I don't know. Mm-hmm. All right. So there we go. There's that guy. Let's see what we got to do next. So, let's see. Travel down through 2 1108s, added in step 6. Okay. So that would be part of this. That'd be the part of these. Right there. Okie dokie, traveling down. We're going to pick up a 4mm pearl and skipping over the 1108, the delica and the 1108. After the delica, travel into the 2 1108s. Okie dokie, so let's grab our pearls now. I'm using these minty colored pearls. They look fun. They're not Swarovski. These are Czech. We're going to pick up one. We're going to skip over the 1108, the delica, and 1108 and go into those guys here. Just like so. Okay. We're going to travel into the next 1108 and 2 11OC beads. Right there. So we can continue adding our pearls around. And this will further hold the stone in place. It doesn't look like it is, but it's going to stop it from moving then. So this helps, especially if you're a loose beater. It just adds another kind of barricade to it. Go through the B and the 2 A's. Pick up another one. Skip over the next 11O-A, the delica and 11O-A. And it's getting tighter. There we go. And we're pulling them tight. I'm pulling them into that space. So don't leave them loose, just hanging out there, doing whatever they want to do. Pull them tight. Okay, so now we are going to be adding the pip beads. So we're going to be doing this part here. Adding the little decorations around. These little ta-das here. So first what we add is the pip bead. So as you can see, if I pull this down, you can kind of see my thread path here. So first what I added is a row of pip beads all around. You can see right there, there's two, well, you can't really see it, but I can see it. Which everybody's like, yay, good for you. There's two pieces of thread right there. So one was from adding the first row of pips all the way around, and the next we added these, the extra, which would be the rizzos and the pips. So, oops, I am attached to my own thread. That's what happens when I get what I get for wearing long sleeves. So, all right. So now we're going to grab our pip beads. So we're going to be using that. Now, pip beads, some of them do have two sides. These do not. These are the same on both sides. But as you can see here, if I flip these over, I have one that's more kind of like the capri color, and one that's one side that's more the transparent color. So you have to pick your side. Some people like it mixed. I'm more like I don't. So that's what happens. So all right. So it says here to travel with your needle and thread to exit an 8/0 delica. Yep. All right. So we're going to travel here. And we're going to exit an 8/0 delica. So here we go. We're going down, traveling. There's our delica. All right, and we're going to be adding a pip bead in between each of our delicas. And as I do that, I remember to pull tightly so that way our pearls stay in place. So pick up a pip, make it stay on your needle, and go into the next delica. We're going to do this all the way around. This is a pretty color. I like this color. And if the tail is really bothering you, you can cut it out. All right, so, you know, when I was adding all this stuff, I was like, oh, look. But because we added the pearls, it kind of changed the shape. Yeah, it's pretty, right? It kind of changed the shape of how the petals will go around the rivoli. So you can see it's kind of boxed off. It's like there's two here, here's a gap. There's two here, here's a gap. So everywhere in between the pearls was this huge gap when I first made this. And I was like, oh, that's not cool. I don't like the gaps. So that's how I ended up adding more. So that's where you have these little guys here underneath. So that way you can't tell that there's that gap there. It kind of just fills in that space. So if you look at, or if you read my instructions a little bit further, it'll say to step up into the first pip bead, pay attention to where your pearls are above. When you are located in the space below a pearl, you will add a rizzo, pip bead, and a rizzo. When not located underneath a 4mm pearl, you will add a rizzo. So, based on the instructions, step 19, add the rizzos and the pip beads around the unit. So, we're going to add our peep beads and our rizos. All right. So I step up now into a pip. And so remember what it says, when we are not in between a pearl, not underneath the pearl, which would be right here, we're just going to add a rizo. And instead of going from delicate to delicate, now we're going to pip to pip. So picked up a rizo, just go in to the next pip. All right, now we are in between a pip and a pip, but there's a pearl in between. So we are going to mind the gap. That's funny. So we are going to pick up a rizo, a peep, le peep, and a le rizo. And we're going to go into the next pip bead. And it creates that little doohickey going on right there. All right. In between, but not underneath the pearl, so we just grab a rizo. Underneath the pearl, rizo, pip, rizo. Pip, pip, hooray! There you go. Lena's on team Peppa the Pig. Pip, pip, hooray!
Oh my god.
And I just kind of like to pull the rizos up as I'm going along. I feel like they should be sticking up. We're just going to continue this around this guy. And if you can see thread, that's fine. You can go back through, tighten it up afterwards. And we're doing our last little bit here. There we go. There we go. All right. Ta-da. Pretty, right? Okay. We're almost done. So now we're going to travel to exit an 8/0 delicate underneath a 4mm pearl. We're going to pick up 5 demis and travel back through the 8/0 delicate, repeat the thread path. All right, so as you can see, I was forcing it on my mat. I'm like doing like this, because if I do like this, then my little pips and everything like that, if I don't, they like to flip under, see? So they're wanting to flip under. So this is to solve the flip under problem. You didn't think there was a problem like that, huh? Well, there is. But we have solutions for our flip under problems. All right, so we're going to travel into a delica. And it's said to continue to a delica that's underneath a pearl. So we know that's this guy here because we get that grouping of 3. So I'm going to continue on through the pip into the delica. Or I can go 11 OC bead and into the delica. It doesn't matter. Either way, it goes into the delica. Whatever's easiest. Find the path of least resistance. All right, so These guys here that are not by the pearls are going to be the ones that want to flip under. So that's why we're going to put this bridge of seed beads underneath here to try to stop that. So we're going to pick up 5 demis. On this, I picked up 5 11s, so it's kind of like whatever works. Silica, go into the next one after that. Sometimes you have to play with it a little bit to get it to work because they're very tight in there. The demis might work, considering. I'll try this one with demis. It works either way. You can do either with demis or 11 OC beads. One's going to look chunkier than the other. That's the only difference. It's been a while since I did this pattern, so please forgive me as I revisit. Into that last 8-0 Delica. There we go. All right, so now we're going to add our loop. So here is our loop. So we are going to connect it from a Delica. Alrighty, so we are going to continue through the first 3 demis, travel back through the demi. Alright, pick up 8 more 11 OC beads depending on the size of the loop of the chain that you want to fit through. Travel back through the 11 O demi exited and back through. Okay, so let's pick up 2, 3, 4, 5 demis. And we're going to make a loop around that 8-0 cylinder that we're exiting. And usually we want it to, so that the pearl sits up on top, you know, just that kind of way. So that's why I'm picking this Delica. Otherwise you could pick any other Delica on the row, but these are obviously going to be the ones that stick up the most. So I'm going to travel up through the 3rd demi. And now we're going to pick up a loop of seed beads. So it's whatever you need to fit, you know, your cord, a satin cord, or whatever necklace chain that you want to put on there. That's the size loop that you need to make. So I'm going to pick up 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can do it with A or B. That doesn't matter. And you're going to go back through the demi that you're exiting. So that's that middle demi. You're just going to go back through the loops of seed beads again to reinforce it. This is, of course, the area that gets the most pull. So this is where we want to reinforce more. Back down through the demis, back through the 8-0 cylinder, and then repeat your thread path. Be careful when you're doing this part. Your thread's going to want to get caught around your pips and rizos and all your other beads that you have on there. So just make sure that you don't get it stuck. Because then you're going to see this loop of beads or a loop of thread and you're going to be like, what happened? Just like there. See that? Happens quick. And then we're just going to end our thread. Half hitch knot. Ta-da. Quick and easy. And she be done. Ta-da. See? Not that hard, guys. Super duper easy. How long did it take? Took me 45 minutes, and that's with me reading through the instructions. Less than 45 minutes, because we're supposed to start at 2, but I kind of forgot. So, all right. So, does anybody have any questions? This rivoli is available online. The rest of the stuff you can call about. We have it here. I have everything to make this one too. So, if you want the colors, I got the colors. So, these are Swarovski pearls. They're that coral pearl. Trying to think. Gold delicos, crystal capri pips, gold demis. I think that's that yarrow color. That's that. Those are one of those. Oh gosh, when they did those hybrid color trend colors for the Czech and Toho sea beads. That's these here. One of them is like the hazelnut, and the other one is like the yarrow or whatever it was called. So. All right, so I don't see any questions coming across. Looks like y'all are good to go, which is great. All right, that's my setup. Oh yeah, so Jimmy is going to be teaching for us pretty soon. We have one of her samples here, or kind of one of her samples here. She made another one, so that way she can do the instructions for it. She's going to be teaching, there it is. She is going to be teaching via Zoom for us on like the 17th of September. And so that's going to be coming out soon, so that way you guys can sign up for it. We will have kits available, and the kits won't cost too much. Just, there's some crystals on there, so. But it's a really pretty pendant piece, so hangs very nicely. So. You're welcome. So look for that coming up. And what else? I can't think. Oh, we got another crystal show coming up. Not this weekend, but the following weekend. So that's what we'll be going to. Bueno. Yes, muy bueno. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for joining us again. Look forward to seeing you guys. Oh, it kind of looks spooky in this light. Look forward to seeing you guys again pretty soon. And if not, have a great week, and we will talk to you guys soon. Bye.